Thank you. I will move that House File 1837 be referred to the General Register.
And I understand that we have a DE amendment. DE amendment before the committee. And then I understand you have an A6 as well. Would you like to move the A6 to the DE?
Please, thank you. We move the A6 to the DE, and I can ask Mr. Sullivan to walk through the changes that are contained in the A6, please.
Okay. Is there any discussion to the A6? Seeing none, all those in favor of adding the A6 to the DE, please vote aye. Aye. Opposed? And the ayes have it. The A6 is amended to the DE2. Then we will go to the DE2 next. Did you want to explain the DE2 before the vote? Or as amended, excuse me?
Thank you. I'm going to ask Mr. Sullivan to walk through the DE2 as it's presented before the committee. This is the bill that we had extensive walkthrough on at our last meeting. So if Mr. Sullivan could just please briefly walk through it.
Mr. Sullivan.
Madam Chair and members, Chair Cleavorn is correct that I did a fairly extensive walkthrough of the DE2 when the committee met on Tuesday. But if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer those. But just briefly, the A6, the changes that the committee just adopted to the DE2, the A6 does a couple of different things. It, on lines 1.3 to 1.4, it fixed a technical issue in Chair Nash's Compensation Council language that's included in the DE. Starting on 1.6, these are sections that the committee has heard previously in Chair Cleavorn's House File 2919. These are the grants management changes recommended by the Department of Administration as part of the governor's fraud package. Certain sections of House File 2019 are included here, sections 1, 2, 4, and 5. I could describe in more detail if members would like. Otherwise, I will jump ahead to page 3. The bottom of page 3, starting on 3.29. These are a series of changes to the state contracting term language that was recommended by the Department of Administration. These are clarifying changes also requested by the department to that language. And then on the back of the A6 at the top, this is language recommended by the Legislative Coordinating Commission, the executive director. It would revive the 2025 Compensation Council. Because in the DE2 amendment, the Compensation Council would make recommendations regarding judicial salaries next year in 2026. But under current law, the current Compensation Council expired when it submitted its recommendations or its determinations for executive branch salaries within the last 6 weeks or so. And then finally, the rest of page 4 of the A6, these are changes requested by Minnesota Management and Budget to their personnel management statute changes, deleting sections that allow for longer temporary and emergency appointments of employees in the executive branch. And then finally, section 18, which just makes a conforming change because the department has recommended and the DE2 would change the name of the commissioner's plan to the non-represented employees compensation plan.
And members, these are the changes that are reflected now in the DE2, and this will be our policy bill from this committee, and it is a comprehensive bipartisan effort, and I would like to thank everyone for their hard work on this, both members of the committee and members of the public who've helped us make this bill a better bill.
Okay. And with that, we can vote to amend the DE2 to House File 1837, and then we'll open it up for discussion as amended. All those in favor of adopting the DE2, please say aye.
The DE2 as amended.
As amended. The DE2 as amended, apologies. As amended, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? And the ayes have it. We now have the DE2 as amended to the 1837 before us. Is there any discussion to the bill? Representative Sexton. Did you have a? I did not. Oh, our apologies. Well then, if there is no other comments, we will go to Chair Nash.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Chair Cleavorn. This is a bill that we worked on together, and we did so very amicably. I think it encompasses a number of things from both sides of the aisle that were important policy provisions that all of our members should be able to agree upon, and we can get this off to the General Register. And hopefully we win the race of first policy bill voted off the floor.
An admirable goal nonetheless. Chair Cleavorn, do you have any closing comments?
No, thank you. I ask for your affirmative vote to move this to the general register. So I will renew my motion that 1837, as amended, be re-referred to the general register.
All right, thank you. We will then, just making sure, no other comments before we go? No, okay. All right. All those in favor of moving House File 1837 as amended to the general register, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. We will be moving House File 1837 as amended to the general register.